Paul at Golden Financial Services. I wanted to give you a quick view of our debt calculator tool so that you can see your different debt relief options. All I did here was I entered in $25,000. And by the way, to get to this debt calculator, you just go to goldenfs.org. Now, once you get to goldenfs.org, it's pretty easy to use this website. Just select your state to see options. It's that easy. If I want to go and check out New York, I would just go to New York, select it. Okay, and this is a table of contents that most of the state pages have. So you can just check on, what type of debt qualifies for New York debt relief. You would click on it, and all of your answers are just going to appear. Very easy to use. But today, what I want to do right now is go to the debt calculator and just go through each option. To get there, I'm going to click on debt relief programs on the left. And then the second tab down is debt calculator. Click that. Let's enter $25,000. You don't have to put any punctuation marks, just put 25,000. Let's put in here for the interest rate, let's do 25%. And if you're paying minimum monthly payments, that could be anywhere from $625 to $775 per month. Usually it's going to be around $750 to $770 per month. But let's just assume that you can't even afford to pay your minimum payments. Let's put in here $625 per month. That's all you can afford to pay. Hit calculate. You're going to see 4 different options. On the far right, it shows on your own. You're looking at $25,000 in debt at a payment of $625. It's going to take you 7 years and 3 months to become debt-free. That will cost you $54,311. I mean, that is just disgusting to see how these creditors can get away with charging you all this money to pay back a $25,000 debt. You're paying your debt is getting paid back twice plus additional money, plus another $4,311. So when you're paying minimum payments, you often will end up paying your debt back twice plus additional money. 7 years and 3 months. Okay, the next option on the left is consumer credit counseling. What this is a program that will get your interest rates reduced. So that 25% interest rate could get reduced down to 8%. And since the interest is getting reduced, now you're able to get out of debt in 4 years and 9 months. Your payment's a little bit smaller. You're going to save about $25 on your payment in this case. This is a set payment with consumer credit counseling, so it's a set payment. It takes 4 years and 9 months to become debt-free, okay? You stay current on your payments. That's a big benefit about consumer credit counseling. You don't have to fall behind on your payments, but it takes 4 years and 9 months. You end up paying $34,615. And your interest rate gets reduced significantly. But you will have to pay at least $600 per month. There's no way to get that lower. If you can't afford that, your next 2 options are basically to stop paying your creditors, and what's going to happen is your credit card debts will get written off and sold to a collection agency. See, the original creditor will write the debt off if you stop making payments, and they do that because it's like a tax write-off. They can write it off as a bad debt, and then they can show on their tax return that they lost whatever, the $25,000, let's say. If you have a $25,000 credit card debt and you stop paying on it, the bank's going to write it off so that they can show they took a $25,000 loss. So they get reimbursed in that way through tax benefits, but then they also have what's called banking insurance, where they get additional reimbursement. And on top of that, then they sell your debt to a third-party debt collection company. They don't put much care into it. It's a quick transaction, and because it's a quick transaction, they will even put a disclosure for the debt collector company that buys your debt, they put a disclosure. This information may not be accurate. There may have been unauthorized fees and charges added in, and there may be documentation missing. So the debt collection company knows that, you know, they're buying these accounts, and they're relying on the fact that when they come and try to collect money from you, you're just going to pay up. And they're even willing to reduce the balance. So this program on the left, at this point, we can go and we could set you up on a debt settlement program where for $25,000 in debt, your payment's only $475 per month. And you're done. You're completely debt-free in 3 years. You end up paying only $17,102 of the $25,000. That includes all fees and everything. You're going to save a significant amount of money going this route, avoiding the interest, etc. The downside is that your credit is going to be left with late marks and collection marks. So that's a huge downside, because now you're going to have to struggle to rebuild your credit, which is why 9 out of 10 people that come to Golden Financial Services, they choose debt validation, which is the program on the left. Pretty much the only people that don't choose debt validation are the ones that don't qualify for debt validation. Okay, once you qualify for debt validation, what this is we dispute each of your debts. We're sending them around 30 pages of documentation using 14 federal lines. We're requesting line after line different items that they need to produce, like the original agreement that you signed when you first signed up for the credit card, or every single month's worth of statements. They need to provide proof of where all of your funds went that you paid on as a monthly payment. They need to produce all of these records proving where each cent of your monthly payment went, even payments you made 10, 20 years ago. All of the accounting needs to be produced. Okay, these are just two examples. They need to provide their license to collect on debt to prove that they're licensed to collect on a debt in that particular state. They need to produce the answers to questions. Okay, we provide several pages worth of questions. Legally, they need to know the answers to all these questions, like when is the statute of limitations, when's the expiration date on the statute of limitations? They need to know this. They need to explain how they came up with this information. So there's a long, long list of items that they need to abide by according to federal laws, and they almost never try to validate the debt. We usually will get a letter, well, the client will get a letter within just a few months. The debt collector sends them a letter where they agree to stop collection on the debt and remove it from their credit report. In most cases, they even agree to remove the debt and the associated negative marks from the client's credit report on that first attempt, but they don't always agree. So what we include, there's a credit repair program that's included with the debt validation. So you're getting your debt and credit both addressed, all within here, this 36-month program at $357 per month. That is total. You can see that's over $100 less than the debt settlement monthly payment. So you're only paying $12,854 on your $25,000 in debt, and you're getting your credit repair included, and you get a written guarantee, which no other program includes. The written guarantee basically says if, results aren't achieved, you don't pay. It's that simple. So you're getting the credit repair, the guarantee. You're saving the most here on this program. And worst case scenario, now let me tell you, in 5 years, I have not seen one creditor prove a debt to be valid. I've never seen it happen. I've never seen it happen. The worst thing that I've seen happen is a client would get a summons, and then the summons could actually be settled. That's why if a client ever received a summons, you would get a refund, and then you would be referred over to the attorney who would be able to fight the summons and settle the debt. So let's just say if one of your debts were to get validated and proven valid, you would get refunded. You wouldn't pay anything. You'd get refunded. If you had paid anything on that one account, you'd get refunded, and you'd get referred over to an attorney who would then settle the debt in most cases. So debt settlement is more of a secondary backup plan if the debt validation program didn't work 100% the way it's supposed to, and the way it does 9 out of 10 times. So debt settlement is a backup plan to debt validation, but you want to start with debt validation because there's a good chance your debt collection companies won't be able to prove the debt to be valid, and you can get it off your credit, and that's what you want. These are your options here. And if you have any questions, you can always call into Golden Financial Services at 866-376-9846. And to learn about debt relief options in your state, just simply go to goldenfs.org and just select your state, and everything will be neatly laid out there. We make it very easy for our clients. We've been doing this since 2004, and just this year we hit our 8 million mark. So we've helped over 8 million clients become debt-free. Right now we're at about 8.2, but this year we hit the 8 million mark. So we're very happy about that, and we look forward to helping you. Have a great day.